Introduction to the new online service. Welcome to our webinar on ESA's new online services. In this webinar, we will be discussing logging in for the first time, searching for existing notifications, how to find information about your account, including work types, performance, and correspondence, and step-by-step on how to create a notification. Let's go over what happens with the launch of the new online service. The first thing you will have to do is log into the system. If you have used our old system in the past, you will be sent a link to use. When you log in for the first time, simply follow the link to reach the new sign-in page. In the message with the link, you will also be sent a temporary password. You will need to choose a new password the first time you log in. If you have never had online services access before, you will have to call the Customer Service Center and ask to have your profile created. When you log into the online system, the first page you will see is the notification search. This is the main screen that will load after you log in, and it provides a list of open notifications under your account. Active notifications are grouped by the tabs pending. These are notifications that have been filed online but have not been reviewed by a customer service representative. They are recognizable by the notification number beginning with APP. Rejected. These are notifications that were filed online and rejected by a CSR. An email is sent to the main email address associated with your company when this happens, explaining what needs to be done to adjust the notification. Please check to see what you are required to do. Last 12 months, a list of all notifications submitted by your company in the last 12 months. Search allows you to search for a specific notification. You will also be able to create a new notification on the screen. First, let's click on the company details from the option in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. After you choose the company details option, this screen will load. From the company details main screen, you can view information about your account. The information is divided into tabs including Summary. This is a summary of account information, including your declared work types, a list of your work contacts, and stored credit cards. RBO Details. A history of performance, defect ratio, and program eligibility can be found here. Defects. A summary of all defects for the last 12 months. Correspondence. Account-specific correspondence that you have received from ESA can be found here, including requested outcome summaries. Billing history. A summary of your ESA billing history. This feature only displays for users who have been granted administrative rights. Let's start looking at RBO details. The RBO Details page is where you can access all of your RBO relevant information, such as defect ratio. This gets recalculated on the last day of each month, so check it regularly. Notification volume. How many notifications taken out by your company in the past 12 months? Some of the RBO programs require minimum volume of notifications, so it's helpful to check this number to see if you meet the requirements. Visited notifications. Notifications you have submitted that have been visited by an inspector. This page also has all of the selective inspection requirements and program eligibility, including selective inspection. Check to see if you are eligible for medium risk inspection visits of 1 and 2 and your low risk inspections of 1 and 5. Pre-authorized reconnections. You can see here if you are eligible for residential or commercial pre-authorization as well as program requirements. Other RBO programs are displayed at the bottom of this tab. You can use this to see what programs you are eligible for and what the requirements are for each program. Now let's talk about defects. When you click on the Defects tab, you will be brought to this page. It shows you all the defects issued by ESA to your company in the last 12 months. There are several defects that can be issued, but not all count towards your defect ratio. The defects include technical defects contribute towards your ratio. Warning defects count towards your defect ratio, but at 1/5 of the value of a technical defect. Administrative defects are not included in your defect ratio. Postponement defects are also not included in your defect ratio. The list of defects can be sorted by any of the columns to help you better understand and view the information. For example, you could look at this list by category and see how many of the defects counted towards your ratio. You can also export this complete list into an Excel spreadsheet so you have a copy of the information. We have now covered all the information found in the Company Details section. The next topic is notifications. When you first log into the online system, you are brought to this page. This is where you can submit a new notification. There are 5 simple steps to creating a notification. Input the site address, describe the electrical work, request an inspection date, make a payment, confirm information, and submit. If you look at the top right-hand side of the screen, you will see the Create Notification link. Simply click on this link and you will be brought to the first page of the notification creation. Let's take a look at that screen. The first page of the Create Notification screen is Site Information. This is where you add the location of the site where the work is being done. The first thing you need to do is name your site under Site Name. This example is a home renovation, so the site name is the homeowner. Right underneath the site name, you will see Additional Site Name, where you are able to add additional important information about the site, such as meter or transformer number. It can also be used as an overflow field if you run out of room in the site name field. In this example, we've entered basement renovation. After you entered your site name and any additional information, the next step is to search for the address. You will see a link on the right-hand side of the page just below the additional site name option. When you click this link, it will bring you to the address finding tool. Now we have been brought to the Find Address page. In the first box on the left-hand side of the page, enter the address of your site. The search tool will populate the boxes shown with the address information. You can also add a nearby intersection and driving directions. If your site is difficult to find, has limited access, or parking is a challenge, entering this additional information under driving directions will help an inspector to find your site more easily. In the example on this page, the site entered is 55 Prince Arthur Avenue, Toronto. Because this might be difficult for the inspector to find, there are some driving directions entered indicating it's a one-way street and that parking is limited. Once you have searched and found your address, click Select to populate it on your notification site details and save the information. This is a good time to point out these orange circles with a question mark inside. Hovering over these question mark icons with your mouse pointer will provide you with additional help information related to the tasks that they are beside. On this page, you will see the information you entered about the site address is populated in the address details. Now that you have the site information entered, there is an option to add other site details, such as unit or floor number, subdivision lot number, or building number. Provide any information you think will be helpful to the inspector. When all the applicable site information has been entered, remember to click Next button and save this information and move to the next step. The next step will be to add contact information and any other important details about the notification. For example, this is where you can indicate if extra travel is required. The most important information to provide here is the work contact. When you fill in this information, please make sure the contact is a representative of your company and someone who is knowledgeable about the electrical installation described in the notification. You can choose an existing work contact from the drop-down menu titled Use Existing Work Contact, or you can enter a new work contact details and have them saved to your account work contact list. The work contact assigned to the notification will receive the inspector's text or email about his intention to visit or reschedule to a different day. You can also add additional site contact number in the comments box to provide a backup point person. Remember to click Next on the bottom right of the page when you are finished to save your entries and continue to the next step. It is important that you do not click any of the tabs at the top or you will lose the work done on this page. The next step is to describe the type of wiring work that's being done. Let's start with the work type. In this example, we've chosen renovation. Other options for work type include entertainment, maintenance, new, or temporary. Next, you will have to choose the work environment. In this example, it is residential. Other options for work environment include commercial, agricultural, industrial, roadway, apartment, common areas, apartment throughout, and apartment units only. In this example, we've entered a work subtype, renovation. Other options under job subtype include HVAC reconnect service and retrofit luminaire. For a complete description of all small jobs and the RBO programs, please see the RBO guidebook located at esasafe.com/RBO. Now that the job type has been entered, it's time to click Next on the bottom right of the screen to move to the next step, describing the job details. The job details section is one of the most important sections when creating a notification. It is where you will describe the installation in detail. The top portion of the screen asks you to describe the residential location in detail. In this example, the renovation is being done in the basement, living room, and bathrooms. Although this information is optional, it is helpful for the inspector when reviewing the notification. Any information you enter here will print on the certificate of acceptance once the work has been reviewed and passed, so it is important to provide an accurate description of where the work is being done. Once you have described the work location in detail, you need to scroll down to select work items included in your installation. You can add the devices that you are going to install. This page is set up like a menu where you select the items associated with your installation from the list and enter the quantity for each item. Once you've selected the correct number of work items, click Next to save the changes and continue to the next screen. Before we move to the next step, let's go over some of the features of this page. The Work Item search box can help you locate a work item from the menu that you are having difficulty locating. It also has some built-in common trade terms that can assist you in finding the correct work item. Just start typing in this box and it can help you locate the correct item for your notification. Another feature of this page is the estimate function. Once you've entered in the work items, simply click on Estimate at the top right of the page to get an approximate amount for the fees associated with your notification. Now you can click on the Close button at the bottom right and click Next to save any changes and move to the next step, scheduling your notification. Now that all of your work items have been entered, it's time to request an inspection. If your work is ready for an inspection, select the appropriate inspection type and click on the calendar icon on the main scheduling page if the inspector can be requested for the next business day, or click on the spyglass to open the inspector's calendar. Available days are shown in green on the calendar. On the right-hand side of the page, you will see the available dates that you can select. You need to click on the green dot next to the date you want to select and then click Save on the bottom right to return to the scheduling screen. In this example, the notification is requested on Tuesday, March 31st, 2020 as Rough-in Ready. If you are not ready for an inspection, select Unscheduled from the inspection type list and will notify from the inspection status list. If you choose this option, you will need to go back to the screen to request the inspection when the installation is ready. Once you have the date selected, click Next on the bottom right-hand side of the screen to move to the next step, the Pay screen. The next step is to choose Payment Details. The options for payment of fees for the notification is located near the bottom of the page under Payment. In this example, the notification will be paid on account, meaning ESA will invoice you for the inspection fees. Now you can click Next to move to the last step, reviewing the summary. As you have been entering information about your notification, the system has been saving the information. The summary screen summarizes everything you entered to create your notification. Make sure you scroll down to see the entire summary. If something doesn't look quite right, this is your opportunity to go back through the tabs at the top of the page to correct any information that isn't right. If you make any changes, just remember to click Next at the bottom of the page to ensure that your information is saved before clicking on another tab. Now that you have scrolled down to the bottom portion of the summary screen, you can see scheduling, inspector information, and the billing portion of your notification. At any time in the process, clicking on the previous button will take you to the last screen you are on. If everything on our notification appears to be correct, you can click on the Submit button on the bottom right-hand side of the screen to submit your notification. You have entered your first notification in ESA's new online system. The next page you will see is the confirmation page. Once you've submitted your notification, you will be taken to this confirmation screen. In the example, the notification has gone through the system and has been issued a notification number and assigned to an inspector. The notification number is listed in the top left of the screen. If you have multiple notifications of the same type, you can use the Create a Duplicate function from this page to queue up the next permit. For example, you might have several pool notifications to submit where the only difference between the notifications is the site name and address. If the application number begins with an APP when you submit the information instead of a notification number, that means the information was sent to ESA's application pool for a CSR to verify and complete the notification process. The bottom of the confirmation screen shows the inspection information, inspector assigned, and the fees associated with the notification. If everything looks right, you can now click Close and return to the main screen. Thank you for watching the webinar on the new online system. For more information on RBO, please visit the ESA website at esasafe.com/RBO. If you have any other questions or comments, please feel free to email rbo@electricalsafety.ca. rbo.on.ca.